Hey you guys, Interceptor King here. Anyways, this is the 2015 Ford Sedan Police Interceptor. It's got 97,173 miles right now. I'll probably put about 700 miles on it on this little road trip I'm going on. I took this one because I needed a reliable car to go on a road trip, and I decided I'd take this one because it's raining outside and it's got winter performance tires which have really good tread, and they're a sticky tire, so it was perfect for this type of weather. And it's all-wheel drive. It's got that 3.5 liter twin turbo EcoBoost system that produces 365 horsepower from the factory. I've got the cruise control set. Spotlight works. Not supposed to use that while you're on the road. And I'm listening to Bluetooth on my phone, and it drives great. It's a really nice vehicle. It's got a cushioned vinyl back seat back there. I got a cooler. So basically I'm going to see my bobcat. I had a couple of pet bobcats before I moved to Oregon, and they're at the Wild Felid Advocacy. The website's wildfelids.org, and it's not a zoo. It's for the animals, so it's a sanctuary for cats. It's on Harstine Island in southern Puget Sound in Washington State. So my bobcat is 19 years old now, and he's starting to lose his sight. So I'm gonna go there and see him most likely for the last time I'll see him, and I haven't seen him in a few years. So it'll be a great time to see an old friend. And I had that bobcat since he was about 4 weeks old, and I bottle fed him, and I had him for 9 years. And this place has had him for about 10 years now. So I guess I probably could have brought him to Oregon, but I didn't want to, you know, it's against the law to bring bobcats from out of state to Oregon. So I just followed the rules, and plus I just had a baby, you know, around that time, and decided that it wasn't the best idea to have pet bobcats and a baby at the same time. And I was moving to Oregon with a lot of I was breeding American Bulldogs at the time. So I'm going to Washington State to go see my buddy Ruffian, who is a bobcat. And yeah, so I decided to take this car. It's a great car. I'm surprised I still have it. It's got less than 100,000 miles on it. It's got that twin turbo EcoBoost system, and it's all-wheel drive, and it's really an amazing car. There's a crack at the very bottom of the windshield. There's a crack across the windshield. So, but yeah, I love these cars. My daily driver is one of these, but I need to get that into the shop because it's making a little bit of noise at the front right. I don't know if it's the bearings or whatever. So I just didn't want to take it on a 700-mile drive until I get that fixed. But this car, everything feels perfect on it. And it's 2018 or 2019 they quit making these Tauruses. So I think 2019 was the last year that they made the Tauruses, and I think March of 2019 was the last month. So only 3 months into 2019, I'm pretty sure, is when they made the last Ford Sedan Police Interceptor. And then most of them came with that naturally aspirated 3.7 liter V6 that produces 304 horsepower. And of course this one is the twin turbo with 365 horsepower. So it's black, it's got a push bar on it, it's got that spotlight, a nice vinyl cushion back seat with all the proper seat belts. The police interceptors are the only vehicles in the world that were crash tested to be rear-ended by another vehicle traveling at 75 miles per hour. So if this vehicle is at a complete stop and a vehicle hits the back of this vehicle and they're traveling 75 miles per hour, this isn't going to turn into an accordion. It's got reinforced framing. The reinforced framing is part of that 75 mile per hour crash test rating, but it's also prevents body roll. So like when you're on a curvy road at high speeds, it's going to keep you nice and tight in that lane and prevent body roll, which actually can, you know, make your car pull out of the lane that you're in when you're going fast around a curve. So where I live now over in Central Oregon, we get about 8 to 9 feet of snow every year, so all-wheel drive is a must. And this has some really nice winter performance tires, which are a stickier tire. State troopers where I live run around on winter performance tires all year round, and it's got really good tread. So all right, you guys be safe, take care, and nobody ever tailgates me in this vehicle, and they don't cut you off, so that's a nice thing about having one of these. We could use some tinted windows, and it's got a rear view camera system that pops up right up here or right down there. I can't remember. I think it was up in the rear view mirror. But yeah, it's got a rear view camera system. It's got a side monitoring system, and it's got the backup monitoring system. So great car, gets the government's #1 crash test rating, so it's the safest for your family. They're great for road trips. They're great for these kind of conditions. This car will get up and accelerate with that all-wheel drive in these tires like it's dry outside. So even, you know, cars with higher horsepower in these kind of conditions where it's all wet outside, you're going to leave them in the rear view mirror, especially from, you know, 0 to however fast you want to go, pretty much. Those rear wheel drive cars are not good in these conditions compared to this vehicle. So all right, go to interceptorking.com for current inventory. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Like us on Facebook. You guys be safe. Scoop this up before the next person does. This is that performance package that most people want. It's got that power that you need when you want to get up and go. And it's a great vehicle. Drives great. And they're getting harder to find. Most of these do not. I'd say 90% of these come with a 3.7 liter V6, and maybe 10% of these came with that EcoBoost motor. All right, later.